full moon, right? You got the moon in Scorpio, with the sun cusp going into Gemini, right? You know, sun finishing up in Taurus. You also got Jupiter finishing up in Taurus right now, right? So I'm just doing a quick little video. We're not going to be too long. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate y'all for your community. So if you really don't have to tell me, and yeah, you don't get distracted. So Scorpio is going to have a moon in the first house, right? And obviously, in the point of view, they're going to have the moon Scorpio in the second house, and so forth. Okay. So keep in mind that moon Scorpio, right? Opposing Jupiter in Taurus, and also Uranus in Taurus, right? So compare this full moon in Sagittarius right now, right? Because the sun is going to be moving at Cusp, and it's going to enter into Gemini, and the moon is going to enter into Sagittarius, and you're going to have the full moon Sagittarius right now. So you can compare and transform whatever is necessary to prepare for the full moon and be satisfied, things like that. So Scorpio in the first house is the personal affairs, really transforming your personal life or having this in-depth emotions, things like that. Keep in mind that Scorpio is indefinite, right? It's a place that uh, the moon feels so deep and in depth that sometimes you can't actually live up to fresh air and things like that. So at this point in time, you want to make sure you actually are having healthy emotions and things like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if my audio is messed up, but yeah, so Scorpio in the first house, the personal affairs. So personally having this transformation or having these in-depth emotion and things like that. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, we have, like I said, preparing for the full moon. We got the moon opposing Jupiter and Uranus, right? And Jupiter's just finishing up in Taurus. You know what I'm saying? And also Uranus is at like the 23rd degree, you know what I'm saying, in Taurus, so it's going to be opposing the moon. And we're going to be having this opposition between our expansion and our way of unique change and our being unique and original, right? So, or rebelling and opposing, right? So you have to have repel and oppose against something to have Uranus be enacted. So essentially, this moon in Scorpio is a good point in time, right? So we have the moon in Scorpio, which is initiating the change. Pardon me, not initiating the change, but having a fixed change, having the fixed water, which is, I'm saying, being the emotions and things like that. So we're having a transformation emotionally. So and it's also in detriment in Scorpio. So we have to do whatever is necessary to get things acclimated and accumulated. So essentially, at this point in time, you want to make sure you finish everything up that's necessary before we have this full moon in Sagittarius, right? So moon in Scorpio is having the Scorpio in the first house, right? So as the personal affairs and individuality, right? So moving forward, the Libra and the has having the Scorpio in the second house. So essentially, it's the values and valuing the transformation of a person, place, thing, or idea. And Virgo is having the Scorpio in the third house, so it's going to be the sextile. So seeing the opportunity. So the Virgo is going to see the opportunity of what to transform in the environment, or what to communicate about in the environment to have this transformation take place, to have a beneficial full moon circumstance. And moving forward, the Leo is having the fourth house as Scorpio, so it's going to be a square. And then we have in the privacy, the home, and things close to their heart, and things like that. So that's what the Leo is dealing with at this point in time. So they're having to learn how to be more in depth and learn how to transform their emotions and not be so stubborn. And the Cancer is having the fifth house in Scorpio, so it's the expression. So it's going to be and it's going to be a trine as well. So keep that in mind. So the Cancer is going to be having going to be creating the opportunity of what to express and actually what to put in the forefront and things like that at this point in time. So the expression is based on the emotion for the Cancer and things like that, and these water signs. So make sure your expression is on point and things like that, and your emotions are intact. And moving forward, the Gemini rising is having the Scorpio in the sixth house, so it's going to be in conjunction. So the Gemini is misunderstanding what's transformation in this, transforming at this point in time, and what to put on the routine and pattern, and actually how to be healthy and what to transform and things like that. So keep in mind that you might be a little bit more scatterbrained instead of being more in line and intact and things like that. So might be misunderstanding the routine and pattern or what is actually healthy at this point in time. So for the Gemini, you have to rectify your pretty much your routine and make sure it aligns with your circadian rhythm and things like that, which means like your internal clock. So moving forward, Taurus is having the seventh house in Scorpio, so it's going to be having the moon in the seventh house. So it'll be feeling comfortable with the relations or relating, so you can either oppose or be adding on at this point in time. And keep in mind, this is preparing for the full moon, so you want to transform whatever is necessary in relations to actually have the full moon be played out in a beneficial circumstance. You know what I'm saying? And satisfaction. You had the Aries rising. The Aries rising is having the eighth house in Scorpio, so it's going to be the in conjunction as well. So it's going to be transformation and things behind the scenes, secrets and things like that, behind closed doors. And that's what the Aries is dealing with at this point in time. So you have to deal with transforming your secrets and things like that. And you know what I'm saying, becoming the phoenix and rebirthing oneself. And moving forward, the Pisces rising is having the ninth house in Scorpio, so it's going to be a trine. They're going to be creating the opportunity with their morality or their knowledge, wisdom, and experience, or also having the opportunity to travel to this certain space mentally or travel actually physically and things like that. The Aquarius rising is having the 10th house in Scorpio, so it's going to be a square. So you're going to be learning at this point in time. So you're going to have to learn about your status and learn how to be more about your status and learn how to be more about oneself, put oneself first instead of putting everybody else before yourself and transforming everybody else's circumstance before oneself and things like that. So at this point in time, you're going to be learning how to transform things for your career. So the Aquarius has to learn how to be more secretive and be more transformative at this point in time. And the Capricorn is having the 11th house in Scorpio, so it's going to be the sextile. They're going to be seeing the opportunity of what to associate with to actually have a beneficial circumstance in their association. And the Sagittarius, last but not least, is having the 12th house in Scorpio, so it'll be the dreams, illusions, and nightmares, and it'll be finishing up. But it's like the 12th house is like an ending. So the Sagittarius is going to have an ending to something at this point in time based on a dream, illusion, and nightmare. So essentially, a nightmare that you had thought was going to occur isn't occurring, and based on that, that'll be the ending. Things like that, for example. So yeah, keep in mind we're preparing for the full moon. So make sure you finish up whatever's necessary to be satisfied for this full moon experience and things like that. It's going to be a wild one and things like that because keep in mind this Gemini season, Jupiter is going to be in Gemini. So yeah, salute. Have a good one, y'all. Peace and love if you believe in all that. You feel me? Stay safe or stay dangerous, whatever's necessary. You feel me?